Hey guys, welcome back to this week's edition of New Makeup Sunday. So in this week's video, I have a ton of new makeup to share with you. I have a mix of drugstore and high-end. So let's go ahead and jump in. And as always, don't forget to stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll let you know my thoughts on some of the things I got a chance to try out throughout the week. I didn't get to try out as much as I wanted to just because it was super busy this week. But if you'd like to see reviews on any of these things going forward, let me know in the comments as well. If I get enough comments for one specific thing, then I'll go ahead and put a video together. So let's go ahead and jump in and I'll meet you back here at the end.
Good morning, guys. It's Monday. I just got back from CVS and I actually visited a different CVS than I usually go to, and I saw a display for the Creme shop. I don't know if it's the Creme shop or the Cream shop. I keep hearing people on YouTube saying cream, but usually when there's this little accent over the E there, it's supposed to be creme, and I think their tagline is the creme de la creme of beauty or something like that. So my guess is it's creme, but you'll have to let me know down in the comments below what you think. So anyway, I picked up two different things. They had a ton of different mascara options. So I picked up this one called Whisk Me Away, and it says it's a fiber lash formula. And then I got a cushion blush, which I thought was really interesting as well. So let's go ahead and open these up and we'll just test them out, or at least I'll test out this on my hand. I'm gonna have to apply this at some point and hopefully let you guys know by the end of the video what my thoughts are. So let's look at this one first. It's the cushion blush, and I got the shade. Where's the shade name on here? Where is the shade name? I can't find it. I'm pretty sure it was a coral shade. Yeah, okay, it says here coral, so maybe that's it. All right, let's just open it up. It says liquid formula perfectly polishes cheeks with color, and it says push the sponge down into the cushion to absorb the color. I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to use the sponge to apply it, but it says I'm strongly pigmented, blend to get a natural sheen. Okay, so I'm glad that they warn you about that. Okay, yeah, so this one is the coral shade. So let's go ahead, and it has a little protector. Isn't this so cute? This is adorable packaging. So yeah, it does come with this little sponge on top, and I know these are pretty good for applying foundation all over your face. I'm not sure how it's going to work for my cheeks, but I'll definitely have to try that out. All right, and then inside, here's a look at the color. This looks really super bright, but I'm hoping that it's going to sheer out a little bit. So I'm just going to actually tap into this with my finger and pick up some of the color. Oh yeah, it actually looks more coral on my finger. In here it looks kind of like a bright berry red shade, but once I pick it up, it's actually not so crazy. So let's just go ahead and swatch this. I'll just do a quick swatch on my arm. Oh, this is actually a really pretty shade. I like this, and it feels kind of emollient, but not sticky. So that's a good thing. I'm hoping that this formula is similar to like the new Milani ones, the new e.l.f. ones. So I'll have to keep you guys posted, and I guess I'll just kind of blend this out on my arm, and while we're talking about the mascara, I'll just let it dry down a little and then come back to it and see what it's like. So as you shear it out, yeah, it's definitely really pigmented, but I also picked up quite a bit, so I don't think it's that bad. All right, so I'm just gonna leave that for a few minutes and let's quickly look at this mascara. So this is called Whisk Me Away Fiber Lash, and it says it's buildable, clump-free formula with hair-like fibers that instantly build and fill in sparse lashes. So this is cruelty-free, not tested on animals. It's also made in the United States. And where's the blush made, actually? Let me see. I believe this is a Korean brand, but let's see. This one is actually made in Korea. So two different places, but just wanted to mention that. All right, so let's check this out. This actually looks like a lipstick because the tube is kind of an orangey color or peachy color. So this totally kind of took me aback for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, is this really a mascara? But I think it's just, it looks like it's see-through into the packaging, but it's actually not. All right, so let's just take a look at the brush. Wow, this formula actually seems like it's going to be kind of thick. It definitely looks like more of a dry formula, like more of that thick kind of moussey texture. I can see the little fibers in the brush. I don't know if you guys can. When I turn it, you can kind of see those little hairs. So I'm anxious to see how this applies. I might even try it out today. If I do, I'll show you guys a picture before and after, that type of thing. So anyway, let's just go back to the blush really quick. Oh yeah, this feels like it dried down completely. So I'm very excited about this blush for sure, and I will let you know my thoughts at the end of the video. I also just got a package from Doll 10, and they sent over the This Covers Everything collection. So it's a 6-piece collection, and it includes their new This Covers Everything foundation, which I am so excited about. You guys know I love their This Covers Everything, or the TCE concealer. That concealer is amazing. It has really, really good coverage, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey on your skin. So I'm beyond excited that they came out with a foundation version. So can't wait to try that. It also includes their Effortlash Mascara, which I really like, a brush, a lipstick, and the concealer itself, and then a new blush. So let's go ahead and open up the box and we'll check it out. All right, so I'm looking at the card to see when this launches, and I don't see any information as far as where it's going to be, whether it's HSN, QVC, or just on their website. So if I can find that out, I'll let you guys know down in the description box. But here are all the products in the collection. So of course we have the TCE concealer, and the packaging looks a little bit different than it used to, so they've revamped that, and they sent it in the shade Fair. I actually have one open, so I'll just quickly show you what that looks like. All right, so here's my older one, and I mean the packaging is similar, but they definitely changed their logo and a couple other things. So let me just show you this concealer. I'm not going to open that one just yet, but I'll just show you a little bit of how amazing this is. So you only need a tiny little drop like that big to cover your under eye, and when you go to blend it in, it just blends in really seamlessly, but you can see the coverage is pretty intense on it. It kind of reminds me, coverage-wise, of the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's not as drying as Shape Tape, and it looks really smooth underneath your eyes, so you don't see any of the cakiness. And as you guys know, my skin is really dry. My hands are always super dry, but it doesn't look dry on my skin at all. So anyway, that's the concealer. So I'm really curious about the foundation, which is right here. They also sent this to me in the shade Fair. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of light on me, but we'll see. So it comes with this little dropper style tip here. And just going to put a little bit. I'm not going to put too much because I have a feeling that the coverage is going to be really good on this. Yeah. And it's probably going to be a little too light as well, but we'll work with it. So it has a very similar feel to the concealer. It feels almost exactly the same, maybe just slightly lighter weight, not quite as thick, but it's blending out really nicely and super, super full coverage. All right, so here's this hand compared to this one. It definitely has more of a matte finish to it. I don't really see any type of glow coming off of my skin at all. So I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like actually on my face. Like I said before, my hands are really, really dry from washing them all the time, so it's not gonna lay on my hands quite the same as it will on my face. So I'll definitely give you guys an update and let you know at the end of the video. Also, we have this blush. This is called the Doll Skin Genius Cheek Color Infusion. So I think these are new. I didn't see them on their website at all, so it might be something also new in this kit. And here's what the color looks like. Actually, what's the shade name? It's called Inspiration, and that looks really beautiful as well. Let's just swatch it. And that is an absolutely stunning color. It's a beautiful cool tone pink, and also it was incredibly smooth as well. So I'm very excited to try this also. And then their lipstick is in the shade Dedicated. This is their Lip Smoothie, and if you haven't tried Doll 10's lipsticks, they are some of the best. I think the colors are gorgeous, and they're always just so super creamy, and this pairs beautifully with this color of blush as well. And you can see just by the shine on it how creamy and emollient the formula is. It's just gorgeous. I always love their lipsticks, so very happy to have another one. And then we have the Effortlash XL Mascara. This is probably my third or fourth tube of it now. I think it's a really great mascara. Gives you really nice length and volume and doesn't smudge under your eyes either. So I think this kit is incredible. You also get this really nice brush for the foundation as well. It feels super, super soft. And their brushes are not inexpensive either. They're really, really high quality. So anyway, guys, I'll try out this kit this week and let you know what I think at the end of the video. And also I'll update you down in the description box as to where you can buy this. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. I just got a package from Wet n Wild. They sent over their new Mega Glow I can't even say this. Hello Halo Blush Lighter. So it looks like a duo split pan blush and highlighter duos. It comes in 3 different shades and it's available for $6.49 at wetandwildbeauty.com and major food, drug, and mass retailers. So let's open these up and do some swatches. These look really beautiful. I actually haven't seen these out in stores, but then again, I feel like I haven't been in the drugstores as much as I want to be. Before COVID, I felt like I was always at the drugstore. I would just go randomly to go and look for new products. Now I only go if I really need something. So I kind of feel like I miss out on a lot of the new stuff that's happening. But wow, look at this one. The blush in this one looks stunning. This one too. I really like the packaging as well. These look so pretty. All right, so let me just peel these little labels off and I will be right back. All right, so I got them open. Take a look at the mess that I made here. I actually had to take a scissor and go across this way because they would not peel off. Like, I'm all for tamper resistant packaging, but if it's hard for me to even get into, then it's like, it's too much. All right, so let's take a close-up look. First we have the shade Highlight Bling. And this is probably the lightest of the 3. We have a beautiful white highlighter on this side, and then this blush almost looks like a highlighter too. It's super light and definitely also has some shimmer to it. Then we have I Met Someone, and this one looks really pretty too. This one has more of a golden highlight on this side and a peachy blush over here. And then we have Flash Me, which I think the highlight in this one might be a little bit too dark for me, but I could easily use it as a blush topper. And this blush is so beautiful. It's like a gorgeous rosy pink. So let's go ahead and do some swatches. All right, so first up, let's do Highlight Bling. These are so pretty. I don't even want to wreck them by dipping my fingers in here. Oh, wow. These are really smooth. I don't see any obvious glittery particles either. They're just more of a shiny finish than a glittery one. All right, next up we'll do I Met Someone. Oh wow, look at that gold. That is so beautiful. And this peachy blush is gorgeous too. All right, and then last we'll do Flash Me. This is the only highlighter that I actually see visible specks of glitter in. So we'll see if that one's a little bit different. And then this is my favorite blush, I think. Let's see how it swatches. All right, so there's the highlight, and yeah, I mean, it's still really, really smooth, but I can see the little glitter particles. And that blush, oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. It's pink, but it almost has a slight gold shift to it when you kind of move back and forth. And again, very smooth, even though it has a little bit of sheen to it. So these are all really, really beautiful. I'm not really a highlighter person, but just the blushes in these alone are stunning. And at $6 a piece, I think they're also really affordable. So I'd love to hear from you guys if you've tried these out already, or if you're planning on picking any of them up. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I just got a package from Skin Food and they sent over their new Carrot Keratin line. So there's a relief cream and also a calming water pad. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, and actually my blog before that, you'll know that I really enjoy Skin Food's products. I discovered them over 10 years ago now, and I've been using their products this whole time. Their black sugar mask is one of my favorite exfoliating products ever, and I just think that their products are so high quality. They are a K-beauty brand as well. So in here, let's take a quick look at the ingredients and what this is supposed to do. So it says that this is for sensitive skin. It's dermatologically tested. It says moisturizing cream containing beta carotene from fresh carrot seed oil to relieve redness in sensitive skin in a healthy way. So just looking at the ingredient list, it actually has some really good stuff in here. We have water as the first ingredient, then carrot root extract is the second ingredient. Then we also have beta glucan down here. We have carrot seed oil and hyaluronic acid and olive fruit oil as well. So let's go ahead and open this up. This is made in Korea. And how cute is this packaging? I love this little jar. Their packaging is the best. It's always so well done. This is in a nice glass jar. It is super, super heavy with the bronze lid. I just love it. So let's open this up and take a quick look. So here's what the product looks like in the jar. I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit on my finger, put some on my hand. So this is a really thin, lightweight cream. I don't know why I was thinking it was going to be like a thicker, richer cream. I guess because it's in a jar versus a tube. Usually things that are in a jar are a little bit thicker. But this, even though it's thin, it feels incredibly hydrating. Like my skin is just drinking it up. It has a really nice velvety texture to it. I think this would work beautifully underneath makeup, like as a daytime moisturizer. It's just making my hand feel so incredibly soft. So here's just a quick look before and after. I did apply hand lotion before this video, so my hands were already kind of a little more plumped up from that, and this hand looks even better. It also seemed to kind of take the redness down a little bit. So anyway, I'll definitely let you guys know once I've had a chance to test this out for a little while, or maybe in a future skincare video, what my thoughts are on that one. And then we also have the calming water pad. And this one says, let's see, it says moisturizing pads containing beta carotene from fresh carrot seed oil, plump cotton pads filled with moisturizing ingredients to hydrate and soothe the skin's barrier. So here again, we have the carrot root extract as the second ingredient, also glycerin, beta glucan, sodium hyaluronate, carrot seed oil again, and olive fruit oil. So a lot of the same ingredients in this as well. So let's go ahead and open it up. So this is actually a pretty huge tub. There's 60 pads in here. So I'm thinking, I didn't actually read when you're supposed to use this. I'm thinking this is kind of like an essence. Yeah, so it says here, after washing your face, place pads onto both cheeks or wherever soothing is needed. Wait for 5 to 10 minutes, then gently wipe the entire face, avoiding the eye area. Pat lightly to help the essence absorb into the skin. All right, so it just looks like a cotton round that's really saturated with product. It feels super soft and actually very kind of plush compared to some of the other pads I've tried. So I'm just gonna put this on this hand and see if maybe it takes the redness down a little. My skin naturally has a lot of pink in it anyway. It does feel very nice and soothing. It kind of feels cold when I'm putting it on my skin. I didn't leave it on for the 5 to 10 minutes that they suggested, but it does make my skin feel really hydrated. It's a super hydrating layer compared to a lot of other essences that I've tried that feel kind of like you're adding a water to your skin, but they don't feel like they have any lasting benefits. This actually feels like I applied a moisturizer. So it's really hydrating, I guess, with all of those good ingredients in it. So I think that this is going to layer beautifully underneath the cream as well. So anyway, I'm excited to test these out. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below if you've ever tried any products from Skin Food and which ones are your favorites. Hey guys, it's Friday. I just got a package from Huda Beauty and they sent over the new Naughty Nude palette, and we also have the Faux Filter Skin Finish Buildable Coverage Foundation Stick in 3 different shades, and a new primer. This is called the Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. Some brushes. We also have the Legit Lashes Mascara, which I love, and the Face Build and Buff Foundation Brush, which looks awesome. So we're going to open all this up and take a quick look. So first up, when it comes to the Naughty Nudes eyeshadow palette, I had asked you guys on my community tab whether or not you wanted to see a review on this. This was before I knew I was even getting it in PR. I wasn't sure whether to purchase it or not and do a review, and about 53% or so said no, that you're not planning to buy this, and 47% said yes. So it was a pretty even split. So I'm really curious to see if you guys are still interested in possibly a review on this one, or if just seeing it here is enough for you. So let me know down in the comments below. But this one has some really interesting textures in it. We have these kind of marbled shades here. There's 4 different ones. And we also have this one called Slippery, which I know was like creeping a lot of people out on Instagram. A lot of people were saying that they didn't like it, that it looked gross, or that it was like a moldy shade. I believe that it's colored pearls that are suspended in like a clear jelly formulation. So I'm very interested to swatch that and see what it actually looks like. So let's go ahead and just do some quick swatches and check this out. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this Slippery shade because I am so curious about this one. So it kind of feels like Vaseline a little bit. So it's a little bit on the greasier side. And you pick up a little bit of product, but it kind of looks like it's going to be a little more sheer. Yeah, so it's basically like a topper. It's definitely going to add some shine to your lids for sure. but it does feel a little bit sticky, and I don't know how that's going to wear long term, if it's going to crease on your eyes, or if you have powder underneath it, what it's going to do to that. So that's kind of interesting. And let's also try out some of these marbled shades, because these look really beautiful. We have Passion up here. I hate to even destroy these. Ugh. Oh my gosh, that color looks beautiful. I wasn't expecting that at all. It looked like it was going to be a pink shade, but it actually comes off looking kind of blue. It's like a beautiful duochrome. Look at that. That is super interesting, actually. Wow. All right. Let's look at some more. We have the shade Hard. So what's cool about these is that you have kind of two different colors going on here. In this case, you have three, I think, and you kind of pick up a little bit of one color on one side and then a little bit of another. So when you go to swatch it out or put it on your eyes, they don't exactly mix together. You kind of have like a marbled effect also when you're swatching, which is really kind of cool. And there's this one called Flower Power. This is another one of those. This one looks a bit more shimmery than the first two. So let's see what this one swatches like. Yeah, definitely a lot more shiny. And this one kind of blended together really evenly, so you don't have that same effect like you have with these two. But that's beautiful. And then we have this shade down here, Provocative. I hate to mess up the palette. I feel like it doesn't look as nice now. All right, let's try this one. Ooh, how beautiful is that? That is so gorgeous. I mean, these shades are really, really fun. I have to say, I wasn't sure about this palette. I'm still not sure about this shade right here, but I'm impressed so far with the shades that I've swatched. All right, now let's go ahead and swatch a couple matte shades. I've heard some criticism on this palette, or her palettes in general, saying that she tends to have colors that pull very pink on the skin. Let's see, this one, I mean, it looked like a brown shade in the pan, and I feel like it still looks pretty brown once you swatch it out. Let's try another one. Let's try the shade Naughty. I mean, it kind of looks like a reddish brown in the pan, so this one might look a little bit pinker. I don't know, guys. I'm really loving this color story. I think this is perfect for fall. It's really beautiful. Let's try another matte shade. Let's try this one called Arouse. And then I just want to see what these textured ones are like. We have Shameless. Wow, it feels kind of like a cream. It's a powder, but it feels super, super creamy. Let's try these two. Guess I have to put them down here. Probably should have just done this on my arm, but anyway, guys. If you'd like to see a review of this palette with some looks and stuff, let me know. This looks really interesting. I'm loving all the different textures going on here. Again, not quite sure about this one. Has it dried down? No, it still feels really sticky. So, you know, aside from that one shade, I'm loving this. So let me know your thoughts down below. Also, I just wanted to quickly show you the brush set that goes along with the Naughty Nudes palette. So you have 5 different brushes. You have a diffuser brush, and then an eye contour, which is kind of like a triangle shape. Then you have a blender brush, and these are really, really soft. A shader brush, which is more flat for packing shadow on the eyelid. And then you have a sweeper for the crease. So this brush set feels really, really nice. I love the handles. I think it's so pretty. And then we have the Faux Filter Skin Finish Foundation. So this is a foundation stick, and it says that it's a creamy new formula that melts onto the skin, build up coverage to blur imperfections, or buff and blend to achieve a sheer illuminating skin tint, perfectly compacted into a portable foundation stick, and it comes in 39 shades. So there's also a new ultra hydrating primer. The water jelly hydrating primer is like a tall drink of water for your face, creating the perfect base for your foundation and giving your skin a beautiful dewy finish. So here's a look at the shade range for the foundation stick. So let's go ahead and open these up. First, we have the Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. So here's a quick look at the packaging. And let's put a little bit on the back of my hand. Oh wow, it does feel really refreshing. If you've ever used like straight hyaluronic acid, that's what this kind of feels like. My skin is just drinking it in. I don't know that this is supposed to have smoothing effects or like a pore blurring effect or anything like that. I think it's just more supposed to be a layer of hydration, which is good, especially heading into the winter, and I have really dry skin. So it is making my skin feel really, really smooth on top of being hydrated, actually. So, and when I say smooth, I don't mean like that it's blurring my pores. I can definitely still see them, but just kind of a smoother canvas to put the foundation on, which is great. When it comes to the foundation, I don't want to open up all of these. She sent me 3 different shades: Creme Brulee, Cashew, and Shortbread. I want to say I'm Shortbread in the foundation, so I'm probably going to open this one and we'll see what this looks like. All right, so here's a look at the packaging. And you just twist it up so it's in a more of a square shape versus like a lot of foundation sticks are more round. So let's just put some of this on. I like that this is supposed to be more buildable because I'm definitely more into light coverage these days, and I'd much rather add coverage if I need to than have something that's too full coverage. Wow, this is blending in so nicely. It doesn't feel like most foundation sticks that I've tried. Usually they feel really thick and heavy, and they tend to look really aging on my drier, more mature skin. This just really literally looks like my skin. Like, I don't know how well it's translating on camera, but I mean, here's like my regular skin, and then here's where I put it. I don't see anything caking. It doesn't look heavy at all. It just blends right in and disappears. So I'm actually really, really excited for this one. So I'm actually really excited for this, you guys. If you want to see a review on the foundation or maybe like a review of this and the palette at the same time, definitely let me know. Let's quickly just check out this brush. This is the Face Build and Buff Foundation Brush. It says it's made with synthetic fibers and recommended for cream to solid formulas. So let's open it up. So on one side you have more of a triangular shaped brush, which is great for putting the foundation like around your eyes, around your nose, any of those smaller areas. And then here you have this larger side to buff everything out and to go over your cheek area and your forehead and some of the larger parts of your face. So this looks really nice. It's also super soft as well.
All right, guys, so that's everything. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the things I got a chance to try out this week. The first one being this cream blush, or I should say blush cushion from the Creme Shop. I don't know how to say it, but this is probably my favorite product of the entire week. I absolutely loved this. Color is gorgeous. It applied so easily. I actually just used my fingers and kind of patted it on my cheeks, but you could also dip like a stippling brush in here. You could use the sponge if you wanted to. I kind of feel like the sponge would be awkward to pat on a blush just because it's like a big round circle, and I guess you could use like one side of it if you wanted, but I don't know, it just kind of feels awkward to me. So anyway, love this product. It lasted all day on me. It dries down completely, which I love, and I thought the color was beautiful. So I think they had 2 other colors. I'm not sure if they have more on their website, but at least that's what they had at the CVS near me. So I'm definitely going to be checking this out and seeing what other colors they have. As far as the mascara goes, this was not my favorite mascara. It's really, really dry. So I had trouble just getting it to coat my lashes. It almost felt like this was a super old tube of mascara that had almost completely dried up, because it was just kind of globbing onto my lashes and they would stick together then. Like, it just felt sticky and weird. So I don't know if all their mascaras are like that or if I just chose the wrong formula. I may go back and try another one because I think they had like 6 different versions of it. So just to see if maybe either this particular formula is a dud or if maybe they're all like that. I'm not sure. If you guys have tried anything from the Creme Shop, let me know down below, and maybe you have a better recommendation for one of their other mascaras or any of their products for that matter. I'd love to hear your thoughts on those. Next up, I tried the Hello Halo from Wet n Wild. I don't know why that is so hard for me to say, but I'm wearing the shade Flash Me, which had that blush in there that I was really excited about. I think it's beautiful. I thought this looked really cool toned, but for some reason on my cheeks, I feel like it's pulling really warm. I don't know if it's just me, but I didn't use the highlighter side at all, which I think is a little bit warmer. but this looked like a really cool tone blush to me, but on my cheeks, it's kind of, I don't know, it threw me off a little. But I have to say, even though it does have a little bit of sheen to it, it's not overly glittery, it's not a super shimmery blush, it's just a little bit of glow, which I don't mind at all, and it was really pigmented, so you also have to be careful with these because a little bit goes a long way, but overall, really enjoyed this. Okay, as far as the Doll 10 TCE foundation, I did try this out. As you guys know, I do love the concealer, but when I put this all over my face, it didn't really work for me, and I'm not sure. I'm going to keep playing with it. I'm going to keep trying. I used the brush. Next time I may use a sponge and see if that helps a little bit, but it just clung to every dry piece of skin on my face. Like my nose looks really cakey, and you can see just little bits of the foundation kind of all over the place. And it just looks very heavy and very makeup-y on my face. So I was a little disappointed. I did layer it over my Tatcha primer, which I really love. Usually foundations work great over that. So like I said, I'm gonna keep playing with this. I may try a different primer. I may try applying this with a sponge to see how I like it. One thing I did want to mention is in the video, I wasn't sure when this kit was coming out. Apparently it was earlier in the week. It was a Today's Special Value, and I believe it's sold out. So you actually won't be able to get this foundation now until January anyway. So until then, I'm going to keep playing with this and see how I like it. And maybe by then, once it comes out, I could do a follow-up and let you guys know if it's still not working for me or if I found a way to make it work. It is very, very full coverage, which is something that I don't normally need on an everyday basis. I usually go for something very light coverage and just kind of spot conceal areas that I need a little bit more. So this is probably not a product for me anyway. So I'll keep testing it and we'll see down the road what happens. And last but not least, I just wanted to mention the Skin Food Carrot Keratin line. I have been using these the past couple of mornings and really like them a lot. They make my skin look so nice and so even and not quite as much redness going on, especially on my nose. I feel like I always get red on my nose, and this just seems to kind of tamp that down a little bit, and the cream just makes my skin feel very velvety and soft. Also, I didn't get a chance to try out any of the Huda Beauty stuff because it came in today, and I'm already filming this and putting it together for the weekend, so I'm just not going to get a chance to try it, unfortunately. But if you'd like to see a video on either the foundation stick or the palette, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with me on your Sunday. As always, I appreciate it so much. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button before you go as well. And I'll see you all in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.